Robin Hansel, expedite the extra tight. Yeah. Some say as Robin was Robin, and he's just hooding scrapes on his side. But this guy under no good. He was all around the tongue, but he can't go abroad. Everybody know he's a big, big fraud. Every plane that land does give you a fright. That's why he does pray and cry every night. But people don't worry, have no fright, 'cause we gonna expedite the extra. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell, please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell, please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. Since I was young, now I old. Never know Guyana had so much gold. Ship it out but not pay taxes. I hear we owe in the millions. He spent half on them gas, them Brazilians. But soon they are reckoning a come. Now laugh them a go laugh, I run them a go run. Run, 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 run. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell, please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell, please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. Just do it very quick. Do it very shortly. Just do it. Just do it. One of them chicks say he just come real quick. They say we're wrong, why you're moving so frantic. He panting, he's sweating, he's trembling inside. He say I can't stay long for the ride. Bye. They shorter than a GRA invoice. Smuggling, calling, let me make my choice. My choice. As Robin Hansel, watch how fast this story spell. Lamborghini price keep changing every minute. Fix it now, my friend. Make up your mind. We tired of the gimmicks. Oh, all them years you rip off the nation. Now you turn overnight big politician. I believe this song on Sinky mission. Just trying hard to dodgy extradition. We talk about change and new ambition, but we know it's just pure self-preservation. Why the paperwork tight, no more magician. Soon court gun call it for real submission. But people don't worry, have no fright, 'cause we gonna expedite the extra. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell, please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell, please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. Do it very quick. Do it very shortly. I see some of you laughing, some of you crying. Please don't think we Guyanese stupid or starting. They're living in mansion with pool and spouse. Guyanese living like church mouse. There is something really wrong here. This ain't right. This ain't right. That's why we gonna really expedite the extra time. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell, please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell, please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. Do it very quick. Do it very shortly. Expedite the extra time. Soon the FBI plane gonna land. Expedite the extra time. Ring the bell, ring the bell. Expedite the extra time. As Robin Hansel. Expedite the extra tight. Yeah, yeah. Expedite the extra tight. As Robin Hansel. Expedite the extra tight. Yeah, yeah. Some say as Robin was Robin, and he's just hooding scrapes on his side. But this guy under no good. He was all around the tongue, but he can't go abroad. Everybody know he's a big, big fraud. Every plane that and just give you a fright. That's why you just pray and cry every night. But people, don't worry, have no fright, 'cause we gonna expedite the extra. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell, please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell, please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. Since I was young, now I old. Never know Guyana had so much gold. Ship it out but not pay taxes. I hear we owe in the millions. He spent half on them gas, them Brazilians. But soon they are reckoning a come. A laugh them a go laugh, a run them a go run. Run, 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 run. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell, please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell, please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. Just do it very quick. Do it very shortly. Just do it. Just do it. One of them chicks say he just come real quick. You say what wrong, why you moving so frantic? He panting, he sweating, he trembling inside. Say I can't stay long for the ride. Bye. You shut it down and GRA invoice. Smuggling, calling, let me make my choice. My choice. As Robin Hansel, watch how fast the story spell. Lamborghini price keep changing every minute. Fix it now, my friend. Make up your mind. We tired of the gimmicks. Oh, all them years you rip off the nation. Now you turn overnight big politician. I believe this song on Sinky mission. Just find out your dodgy extradition. We talk about change and new ambition, but we know it's just pure self-preservation. Why the paperwork tight, no more magician. Soon court gun call it for real submission. But people, don't worry, have no fright, 'cause we gonna expedite the extra. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell, please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell, please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. Do it very quick. Do it very shortly. I see some of you laughing, some of you crying. Please don't think we Guyanese stupid or stalling. They're living in mansion with pool and spouse. Guyanese living like church mouse. There is something really wrong here. This ain't right. This ain't right. That's why we wanna really expedite the extra dime. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell, please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell, please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. Do it very quick. Do it very shortly. Expedite the extra time. Soon the FBI planes gonna land. Expedite the extra time. Ring the bell, ring the bell. Expedite the extra time. As Robin Hansel. Expedite the extra time. Yeah, yeah. Expedite the extra time. As Robin Hansel. Expedite the extra time. Yeah, yeah. Some say as Robin was Robin, and he's just hood, scrapes on his side, but this guy no good. He walk all around the tongue, but he can't go abroad. Everybody know he's a big, big fraud. Every plane that lands, that's why he just pray and cry every night. But people, don't worry, have no fright, 'cause we gonna expedite the extra. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in.
Good morning to you, and welcome to another episode of Livewire with yours truly. Happy to be here with you on the 3rd day of August 2026. More to the people joining us across the 10 administrative regions. More to the persons joining us across the diaspora. Especially more to the persons in the comment section. Thank you guys for your continued support. Please do remember to share the live so that we can have the widest viewership possible. How y'all doing this morning? It's Monday. Had a long weekend. I'm in Antigua. Morning, everybody. Morning, everybody. So listen, this is one of them mornings where it's like I feel overwhelmed, you know? All this stuff about protest, all over the place, right? And again, all this is a distraction tactic. Now, the vice president is heading to London tomorrow to have is it a public meeting or a consultation? A public date, right? As Mohammed, who has, in the best way we could describe, has given novelties to Linden. Nothing of substance to benefit Linden as a whole, right? We could say the same thing for the persons that would join them to protest, the APNU. And I did see some AFC people here. So let's say the APNU AFC. Those people have done little to nothing for that community. And it's a community that they tend to like to fashion themselves the Lord Protectors of, right? As if they have a right to the population and the dominant race in the region. Londoners understand what they had to deal with. Londoners understand where they've been and where they are today. I'll even say that most Londoners understand that development doesn't happen in the snap of a finger and along that corridor once it's finished. And none of the people that usually call Londoners out to protest, to do whatever they would normally ask them to do. None of them have ever went there to advance Linden in that kind of way. The people who the town name after, the people who the highway to the town name after, has never put forward any idea or policy to advance that community. Now, Linden is going through a transformation, just like the rest of this country. Infrastructure is being built out so that persons are able to travel easier, get into business easier. And the vice president of this country and general secretary of the political party who has been elected to run this country is coming to Linden to talk to Lindeners, right? The same Lindeners that Conan and others as well, I don't want to group Conan with that, but it is put out there that Linden is on the back burner. Nothing is happening for Linden. Linden is not moving forward. Nobody don't care about Linden, right? And it's usually because if Linden don't receive the most garbage truck, they are like Linden. If Linden don't get what's another thing the griping about? I just want to know about garbage thing right now, right? So it's a big issue that Linden got one garbage truck. Linden got one garbage truck, but they don't tell you the size of the garbage truck. Whereas other areas got smaller ones, several smaller ones. Linden got a big one. Well, at least the township, the capital region 10 got a big one. And that's an issue too, right? They get none during any other administration. As they didn't come and donate 5 garbage trucks to clean up Linden. But you'll hear that nothing is happening there, nobody's progressing, and oftentimes you hear that the administration trampling on the people of Linden. The community has not received more government engagement under any other administration. The same man that the main opposition is calling to resign and or to be fired is one of the persons who has, well, his ministry has transformed the lives of a lot of young Linden entrepreneurs. A lot of them getting contracts for the first time. A lot of them able to change their lives, better their lives in some sort of way because they were given that opportunity and they produced. Right? Now, again, the vice president is heading up there tomorrow. Also, President Ali will be in Region 1. I think it's three stops he has in Region 1. And this is on Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday, the 5th of August. Maruka at 9. Matarakai at 11:30 and Mabaruma at 2:30. Right. So if you're looking at the show and you're in these areas, come the 5th, it would be in your best interest to go out, raise whatever concerns you want to raise, listen to what has to be said, and keep yourself in the know, right? But we're talking about Linden. So the vice president has made several trips before to Linden, and all those trips would have materialized something for Lindeners. Projects, contracts, the new bridge, all sorts of things. So when you hear someone like Atherton calling for a peaceful protest in Linden, that's just for social media purposes, peaceful, right? Because their intention is not to go there to be peaceful. At least not Atherton's intention. Other persons may want to go out there because they have grievances that they need to address. But Atherton is calling these people out there in an effort to disrupt any sort of progress for Lindeners and then to turn around and say, look, the government not doing anything. Right? If the vice president cancels that public day tomorrow, which he will not, and that's another thing we'll come to. He will not. If he's to cancel that public day tomorrow, you'll hear how they're running scared. They really got time with Lindeners because if they did, they would come and look after the people's business. That's the line that they will take. That is what they want to, that is what they will put out on social media for their supporters to suck up and then regurgitate on the various platforms. But for the people who know the vice president, he doesn't shy away from the people's work. So definitely the public day will happen tomorrow. I'm supposed to be in Linden myself. Definitely the public day will happen tomorrow. And I'm saying definitely, I'm sure that out of that public date, more benefits will accrue for Lindners, right? Projects, whatever it is, will accrue for Lindners. So I implore persons to come out to the public day tomorrow, but don't come there on behalf of any embattled political leader. Come out there as a Londoner, come out there as a Guyanese who is interested in the development of their community, who is interested in the development of themselves and their families and that kind of thing. Don't come out there seeking justice for anybody, right? Don't come out there seeking justice for anybody. The people who would have passed away in relation to the MV Barima, right? Well, first of all, one, they have their own family to seek justice for them. They don't need, and mind you, if there are persons in Linden who had family on board, fine. But I'm saying if you were not involved, you have no relative, you don't have a dog in the fight, don't let anybody use you as a pawn for their own purposes. Right? That public day is to help Lindeners better understand government, better understand what government has planned for Linden, and how you, the Lindeners looking here, can be involved. Don't be distracted by an ass and his ital to miss your opportunity. Right? Again, those persons who pass have relatives who are looking into their interests. Secondly, the administration has appointed a commission of inquiry to look into their interests, to find out what happened, who's at fault, so that they can receive justice. So don't let Azardine tell you that they need you out there in the sun for justice. Likewise, development, justice doesn't happen with the snap of a finger. Because justice, those families want justice. The person who are accused want justice as well. Right? The both men that locked up right now. They want justice. The persons who are intoxicated and under the influence of certain narcotics, they want justice for themselves. Because they feel they have done nothing wrong. Despite the tests showing that they were engaged in activities that they were not supposed to be engaged in whilst on duty. And could you imagine persons talking about a conspiracy to save officials by throwing them under the bus? Not one government official was drunk on the boat or drinking on the boat, because I can't determine if they was drunk. I wasn't there. Not one government official, especially ones who are being asked to resign, worked the boat that day, was consuming alcohol on the boat that day, or any other narcotic on the boat that day. You know what's even more disheartening? I understand that the people at Denham still, the people them is your family and is your friend. But again, I implore you to listen to the testimony of the survivors. And you don't think them people culpable in some way, shape, or form? Right? Look at the three that are there. The captain, head of the ship in charge, tested positive for alcohol and narcotics. Right? That's against the rules. The first mate, tested positive for alcohol and narcotics. Something he's not supposed to be doing whilst on duty. He's not supposed to get in trouble for that. People died whilst he was on duty and with these foreign elements in the system. Not supposed to get in trouble for that. The loading superintendent, by the accounts of several persons were on the vessel, they said the vessel, they said it was overloaded. I'm saying it was seemingly overloaded. because I don't know how to quantify the weight of whatever was on the vessel and if the duty vessel carrying capacity. But based on what they saw, it seemed over. So who's supposed to get in trouble there? Who's the person in charge of loading the amount of cargo on the boat that the boat could carry? So I don't understand why. Well, I understand, like I said, your friend, and then you got relatives. But this shock and awe as to why these three get hold up front before the COI. I don't understand. People don't understand. These were the persons in charge. And could you imagine that Azadin calling for justice and then going and protest in the Amstel with the operators of the boat who were under the influence while operating the boat? There are reports online from survivors that the boat people been sleeping. They've been sleeping. I tell y'all here before, when the people on the boat say, hey, water coming in, they turn off the light. So it's like I'm trying to understand. How is it that y'all don't understand that these three here are forestry implicated because of their direct involvement in this situation? Forest mate, captain, those are the two people in charge on the ship. So any other crew working with the instructor, I don't know how the crew survive, but any other crew working with the instructions, right? The load superintendent is the person putting the load on the boat. He, out of all people, got know how much tons on the boat, how much people on the boat, all this load. So if extra there, who got answer? Agile in that. Think about it. Think about it. This call for Agile and in that by persons. Agile is not the captain of the boat. Indar is not the forest mate. None of the two of them is the loading superintendent. I saw over the weekend the attack on the forest lady by this asshole. None of your sisters could step into the shoes of the forest lady. Mainly because both of them stupid. And that's the bottom line. Stupid. Can't step into the forest lady's shoes. And let me just say outright, me and Leroy are colleagues. I met Leroy Smith when I first came into the media. I think he was at Channel 9 or something like that. Very heavy tongued at the time. He get better now. Right? He came over to NCN where I was. They used to call me Leroy. But he's a good guy. And I saw him call out some persons who were trying to insinuate that the forest lady used the boat to keep some party or to keep she events that she keep for charity, you know. Money's go to charity. Not that she forest lady keeping a boat cruise to put the money in your bank account. It's charity. Mind you, the very same Azadin Mohammed attended same event. Now their team is trying to put it out like the forest lady or she's the president wife. Let me address correctly. By the forest lady, the president's wife, she got access and free reign to use the boat to pull out. And Leroy had to call it out and say, hey, we cover these events. There was no boat there. It's a barge. Got the people dressed up and a tugboat at the side end, pushing the barge. Not no state-owned boat. Not no state-owned boat. Did Azadin call his wife a last lady when she knocked down them people on Mandela Avenue and killed that lady? Is he wife or the mother? One out of the two of them. In the G-Wagon, the black G-Wagon, that knocked down that man and the lady and killed the lady on the spot, your wife serve a day in jail for the reckless driving or anything happened to she. And you calling the first lady, last lady. When your idiot Batier's sister couldn't drive she Land Cruiser through a big space and making herself a well-defined ass in public. You call her a last lady? Huh? Given the fact she can't use the last functioning brain cell in her head? When Hadia disgracefully lied on the Prime Minister, said, oh, well, the Prime Minister approached me. And your live stream, it shows your sister, the idiot one brain cell having Hannah, instructing Hadia to go and provoke PPP members of parliament. Get in their faces. What's in their faces? And you go up to the Prime Minister and make yourself a divine jackass. And then try to say the Prime Minister approach you. And your regular people don't want to, regular men ain't approaching you. You might go to Russia and find something face down soon. Regular men ain't approaching you. Pretty, but head up, nano good, nano lie. Stupid little juvenile. How do you? So it really took me back when I see as it is talking, but last lady. Look, you sisters. Look, your wives and your women there. Absolutely sure none of them are as accomplished as the first lady. And I'm not talking about the fact that she's the first lady. Outside of that. Right? Could you imagine that Hannah running a donation table or something like that? I'm talking about she raised we've raised $15 million for the survivors. And that's chump change to you, buddy. Does not even have the Lambo money. You gotta put it yourself. Where is Dimitri? Hannah, did your man leave you? They said, where is this guy? Where is he? Hannah, has your husband abandoned you? We haven't seen him in a while. And this is a good point by Mohammed Yusuf. Now imagine, and that's to show you how empty these people are. Imagine they are trying to use, and I saw they brought up the magnifier again. I can't remember where I started scrolling, but they brought up the magnifier again. Oh, was it who? Oh, they were saying something about the Minister of Labor and this and that. The magnifier again. Now, listen to something. In situations like that, the state offers compensation. Whether the family collects it or not, that is up to them. Right? Again, the president nor the ministers of government ain't set no fire to no place in Mania. As a matter of fact, whatever happened to the person who actually set the fire? Right? Imagine that somebody set a malicious fire at that door and the government getting the brunt of it and still getting the brunt of it. Every Barimo, the government buy a boat. The government said, oh, the wharf in Region 1, this boat can't walk there. The government puts out a expression of interest or whatever it is for a contractor to come and build a wharf at Region 1 so that this boat could be used there. Contractor bid, win the contract, start the work. In the midst of doing the work, situation change. For some reason, soil texture, whatever it is, they had issues. The project is delayed. Now, how was the boat, the new boat, supposed to dock in Region 1? What is Minister Edgell to do? Go and build it himself? Even if the government decides to say, well, you know, Mr. Contractor, you doing shippiness, you have this contract, you got to give me back so much amount of money, you're going to get another contractor. You think it's just like this happen? And then the minister walk out and say, oh, you're the next contractor? Come in, finish your work. They act like they don't know about the retendering process, and then the ministry engineers got to do an assessment to see how far along the project is, what else was needed, what was the issues found, how to remedy it. Sometimes all we need to do is to expand beyond the tunnel vision that some of us pretending to have. Right? And I said tunnel vision are talking about the AP and UMEM span, not wind. That is a complete clown show from Swetnam to Padley to As to Odessa to Hannah to Adia to Don to Natasha to Tabitha, Hetsburger. It's a collection of misfits. A collection of misfits. All of them got all of them got some kind of baggage. All of them got some kind. It's either baggage or grievance. You know what's holding wind together. You know what is pushing wind forward. A collective hate for a group of individuals from another party. Right? Pandemics with the government because he feel like guys too cool. Harabajan vex because he can't jump back to the PVP. See, he vex. Right? As it is vex because the president is the president didn't forsake Guyanese to embrace as it is with the troubles. So he vex with the president and by extension the PVP account. Right? Nazar vex because the PVP ain't protecting his son because he had some gun at Freedom House back in the day when there had enough rioting and people going on bar and thing. That was he get out of jail free card forever. Right? Forever. Swetnam vex, naturally, I don't know, she's just shouting for no reason. Swetnam just, where are y'all see Swetnam at the prime? Wait, man. Is Prince at this thing? Let me see. Swetnam was at the press conference, right? And Swetnam threw in a wild jab at Jack Dio. Where's Jack Dio? We're not seeing Jack Dio. I said, what? But Princess are coming. This man's got some reels who's coming cracking up. Well, let's see if I see it. Swetnam at we gotta discuss this as well. Right? Swetnam at the press conference. This is just a general thing with a bunch of stuff that we should look at. Y'all must check out Prince's Facebook page, man. Y'all follow him on Facebook. Follow Brian Max too. And Junior Ever Frost. These guys are on the ground and they know what's going on, right? They know what's going on. They know what's going on, especially you see Ever Frost up there in I don't know his real name, that's his Facebook name. Right? Up there in Barbies. Oh, here it is. Prince is the ass. I swear to God, Prince is a comic. This one had me cracking up. Look at this here. This is Sweatnam in all her glory. Wait, wait. Listen to Sweatnam. Listen.
Trucks are going backwards on the bridge.
A few moments later.
Is one or two trucks this thing happened with, right? And this is, it's still playing. Hold on, sorry. I can't pause it. Right? This happened, I think it was with two trucks. One broke down, both of them had mechanical issues. So now this is the government fault. And this is the substance that you get from people like Sweatnam. They had nobody to step up as political leaders for horses to follow. It's a knick-knack of people is a knick-knack of riffraff who got grievances against different people in the government. Look at Sweatnam here.
On the bridge.
A few.
Trucks are going backwards on the bridge.
I don't know why she's got to shout like that. You got a mic. Sweaty. You got a mic, buddy. The mic projecting your. You don't need to shout. You ain't need to shout. You have a mic. Look.
A few moments later. A few minutes later. 12 seconds later. A few inches later.
So it's like she got brain freeze. I don't know if she realized what she said. They had nothing to follow it up with. Right? But you could tell because Amanda's looking at she like, you alright, sweetie? No, sorry. You alright, sweetie? You pour so long. You understand? Look how man's watching shit.
Trucks are going backwards on the bridge.
A few moments later. A few minutes later.
Look at man's attorney.
12 seconds.
Watch the man's attorney. Look.
Later. A few inches later.
She's still It's like she going into a trance.
3 days later.
Princess are ass. 3 days later. Then 3 weeks.
Weeks later. 6.
You see a man's still moving. A man's still looking around. And she still paused at trucks going backward on the bridge. Nothing of substance to give the Guyanese people. Now, mind you, even if you want to say that 2 trucks roll back on the bridge, how many trucks are able to make multiple trips a day because of the less congestion? How many trucks and regular people are able to go across the bridge and come back before midday? Sweaty. Could you tell us if it's balancing out on the scales? Mind you, people should make sure that the trucks are working properly and is carrying the required load capacity, and they're able to make the journey. But when you weigh the pros and cons, would you say that more persons are benefiting from the bridge than persons who are more than trucks that are going backwards on the bridge? Sweaty.
6.5 hours later.
People are dying. Fires are following ministers. Trucks are going backwards.
What fire? What shit talking about? No. Something I forgot I wanted to touch on this morning. It's this here.
This message here is to the Bogoman jail.
Jesus. My people, my people, my people. My people, my people, my people. That's why I said this social media thing is not for everybody, right? If you want to become an influencer, find a niche and fall in there. Don't start your social media thing and try to jump into politics and you have no clue what you're talking about and no idea of what trouble your mouth could put you in. I just abuse asshole every day. Well, Monday to Friday. Well, every day. Because when I'm on the show, I think about, yes, I abuse myself. And the people that tell me about, yes, abuse them. But at no point have I encouraged or suggested that someone or myself has an intention of physically harming Azadeen Mohammed. Right? This banner has now put himself in a world of unnecessary trouble. A world of unnecessary trouble. Mainly because of the APNU and the Cybercrime Act that they put into place. Now the police looking for you. Instead, you get a job and get some braces in your mouth or something to help better you. You out here incriminating yourself on video. I couldn't understand this when I saw it. I was like, what in heaven's name some Afro guy he's got in their head? Right?
Jill must go in jail.
I'm 99.99999% sure this wretched didn't have a soul on the MV Barimo. Right? This video that you post ain't gonna help it to go to jail. You most likely gonna end up in jail.
Jill supposed to be in jail. Because you know what I said, though?
No, we know why. Tell me. Look at this banner by. Like, you commented on things for buddy. And you're making other Afro guys look bad, bro. Stop. And this is the thing. Even if his contention was that Angel should be in jail. Listen to this.
Jack Yo and April Ali buggering in jail.
Right? So I started listening to the video and waited to hear if this man can give me some sort of evidence that we didn't know about something. He got some inside stores about something in relation to the MV Barimo that can be sufficient enough for Minister Edgel to be placed in jail. And that's why I said, my people, sometimes y'all just make my heart cry. Because it's like, we ain't even got better sense. There are things you say and there are things you don't say. You have put yourself in the firing line. Right? Morning to former member of parliament, Region 2 representative, Sean Hula on the line. And he raises an excellent point. Not a single opposition MP has condemned this here. Not a single opposition MP has condemned this here. You have someone calling or saying that one, I think he got one in the video or he can kill himself or something of the sort. Not a single opposition MP has said, hey, this is not what we're about. We're not about any vigilante justice. Citizens shouldn't be making these threats to their elected officials despite how they feel. The entire opposition is silent. APNU, PNC, WPA, APA, sorry, not APA. This is the American People's Association. Was the next party, the APNU. There's so much of them in there. one-man parties. Right? Well, you know, as the leading of God, it sense to pick up what this man says wrong. He just happy that somebody talking against the government. Right? Tabitha, who's supposed to have better sense. Don Hastings, the uninspiring Don Hastings, who's supposed to have better sense. The child husband having the toughest thing to West. A child-looking husband. Child. The child-looking having husband Natasha Lewis. Right? She's supposed to know better. Leslie Lowe, supposed to know better. Even Harry John is supposed to know better. This should be condemned in all ways, shapes, and form. Right?
Yeah. Guess why? I don't know why y'all didn't put AJL in jail. But you know what?
Sorry.
Mr. J, it's the bugger man. AJL must go in.
This man look like he did outside of some place that close up. You understand? Doing a security work and decide to make a video. You don't do videos for TikTok and Facebook late in the night because bare strictness is doing online.
Go in jail. AJL supposed to die in jail.
Look like he buy piece of dynamite. Listen, I don't even understand. What is man doing, buddy? What is man doing? Let's
Because
go
you know
forward.
if an Ali burgering in jail. Yeah. Guess why?
Look like he got cola and he knows he even watching the video for clean his face. But here's the part.
I don't know why y'all didn't put AJL in jail. But you know what? AJL, what just for you say, I coming for you and I gonna kill you.
No, that is the part where I say, my people, imagine you don't have enough sense. You don't have enough sense to know that you putting this online will get you in trouble way before you reach anywhere next to edge. Huh? You serious, bro? And again, Afro-Guyanese, talking about things he don't know about. Because I'm sure he never killed a soul in his life. I'm pretty sure he ain't got no gun. Just jackassing himself on social media. And you know what the outcome will be? First of all, you threaten a sitting member of parliament. Right? So the police will look for you. And you will have to answer to all these statements you made online.
Right, Mr. A.
The police will hold him and tell him, you gotta give me the gun, with the gun there. Where firearm license? Show me the gun. And now he in another problem.
AJL, I get my gun. I don't talk.
Literally self-snitching. You got your gun. My Afro-Guyanese people, I implore you to have more sense. Right? I implore y'all to have more sense. This whole scrape hair thing, it ain't working out for we. You might make it to jail, even, but of course, Eunice Ragobir. This is cyber. Oh, sir. Whenever the police find you, you have so much to answer for, and I am pretty sure you are ready to deal with the problems that you have put yourself by your own admission. I got the gun. I got the gun. Self-snitching on yourself. Oh,
I ain't bluffing this thing. You're gonna see. Look.
you got dynamite too? You bite any the dynamite? And
A jailer gonna kill you because you're in jail. Okay? I'm going to kill you, Mr.
if a day the minister out, right? And the minister security see coming and one of them shooty, or the security shooty. Who run? Right? Who is wrong? This man. Oh Lord. I look. Somebody say he apologize. I don't know what to say sometimes. Sometimes young Afro-Guyanese just get themselves involved in some things that they can't help, or they're unable to get themselves out of it. Right? This was the next funny one.
He boy run like a wounded dog. Broke you see and record. Don't run. Baba boy don't run. He boy dress up like police. And I run like thief. Don't run. Baba boy don't run. Big yard, we are the last man standing. Rifle shot, move the only one kill. One of your barber shop and trim. Next year, you don't know what I'm still. We are the last man standing. And the big Matty.
Listen. Pick up Stacy. And just to show you, a lot of these guys got a lot of chat on Facebook. All of them who running in Claudine Face and Stacy them and thing. But when you meet them in person, you got all the badness. If I was there, y'all would have seen. If I was there. Watch ye. Lucky. Based on what we see in here, brother, you should focus, get your license. I don't know if you're renting or you own the place, but you should hold a different focus, brother. We understand where the video is coming from the camera. Right? Look, imagine, look at Lucky. And who would have believed Lucky went to the station on the woman who he troubled first. To say, well, he would have, if he been there, not the woman come, he run to the station. This is where you get. Most of these people, they are in it for the money. They're either receiving some sort of top up from accident, so they jump into the fray. Half of them ain't got no idea what they're doing. They're winging it. So sometimes it's hit and miss, but most of the time it's a miss. Right? All Lucky could do is cuss out back and forth with the females them on Facebook. Lucky can't give you no facts. Lucky ain't got no connections with nobody other than accident. Lucky can't do nothing for nobody. Right? But by Prince and them just latch them daily. They incorporate these guys. Hopefully to get some sort of attention. It's something else Prince had here, man. Let me see. Nevertheless, back to what I was saying earlier. Londoners, I'm encouraging you all to come out to the public day hosted by the Vice President, right? And ensure that you are able to benefit from the government's plans, policies, and continued progress that's happening around the country. you going out to stand in the sun will not bring justice for anyone on the in relation to the MV Barima tragedy any faster, right? Any faster. The COI has to conduct its work. The government has put out an invitation for qualified companies to raise the vessel. So at the end of the day, as they might got y'all in the sun for a long time, if the idea is to protest the government until you get justice for the victims, right? So, not to sound harsh, not to sound like I do not care, but the reality of this life, the reality of Guyana right now, despite the tragedy, life has to go on, right? Life has to go on. It's not a case where persons are not looking into what took place, so the persons responsible can be held responsible. But Guyana has to move forward. Linden has to move forward. Region 1 has to move forward. And again, it will take time because people still hurting. But don't weaponize that hurt. Don't take that hurt and try to turn it into disruption and chaos in this country. Their aim is to get people to come out and burn streets and burn businesses and burn roads that are built for the people of the country. Everybody wants to know what happened on the MV Barima. I say this to you this morning without fear of contradiction. Azadeen Mohammed cannot tell us what went on with the MV Barima. Right? You outside protesting there will not tell us what happened with the MV Barima. Right? The COI will. The experts in the maritime field, when it's lost, surveying, ship surveying, wherever it is, they will. If this was a number plate or a phone number that sink to the bottom of the ocean, we could have asked Aston because he's remembered numbers and license plate good. But that is not the case here. We need experts in the maritime field. We need experts in law. We need expert shipwrights. That's what we need. And outside of that, we need to continue the trajectory that we're on in Guyana here. Moving forward, developing the country. Continuing to be stronger together. Up to now, all the things that the WIN members of parliament and Azadeen Mohammed, they're complaining about, nobody see no proposal to do nothing different. Nobody see a proposal to take it in a different direction or something. Oh, don't keep the black belly sheep here, let me keep it here. Don't bring cow from here, don't bring heifer from here, let me bring it from here. Don't bring the heifers like this, let me bring it like this. Don't use an abattoir like this, let me use it like that. Right? Nothing has come out from them. I see her John posted thing and enter the chat GPT prompt. Here's a sharper version of something. Jesus Christ. Look, listen, the level of mediocrity in the opposition on all fronts is unfathomable. The level of mediocrity is like they didn't even make an effort to make an effort. Right? They ain't even making an effort to make an effort. They ain't even trying. Jesus Christ. Look, I don't know what to say. Honestly, I don't know what to say. Hopefully, since Chief Magistrate Judy Lashman has set the dates for the continuation of this trial, this extradition trial, hopefully we'll be seeing the backs of Azadine and his father soon. Then they will elect Hadia to be the opposition leader. And then this when the whole baby party will get done. The whole baby party will get done. In Tabitha's mind, right? And Tabitha's a very calculated young lady. She might be less stupid. And she ignored the fact that half the problem she just complained about, she was a minister of the government that created them. Right? But Tabitha got sense. She ain't like she father. She ain't gonna wait till she old and great to actually make it into parliament. And guess what? The only people that vote for WPA is the five members that they got. Abunse, Hines, Randalane, and what's this guy? He's host this morning show, man. Hello. Yes. Yeah, let me call you back in about 15 minutes. I'm a little engaged right now. Finally getting some cars to some drivers. Right? Tabitha got sense. Tabitha has already assessed this whole situation. Tabitha realizes that one, she has more political clout than Kadaki. Kadaki, I think, one other member. Thank you. Tabitha realized that she has more political clout than Don and Natasha. Natasha wasn't a member, a minister of government, and Don Hastings was a pawn or a place stamp. Remember, when the parliament, the rule was brought up that, hey, you can't be a dual citizen and be in the Guyana parliament. Several opposition MPs had to leave. The few on the government side that had dual citizenship renounced this dual citizenship and decided to serve Guyana's interests only. Right? But the people on the other side say, here is God. Long middle finger to Guyana, we gone. We keep it with dual citizenship. That was Joseph Harmon. So Joseph Harmon had to step down as Minister of State. So they took Don Hastings as a pawn, a placeholder, as a utensil, and put her there as Minister of State. But Don Hastings, all she had was an office, not a big one at that. So Don Hastings was placed as the Minister of State, and Joseph Harmon as the Director General, just doing the same thing as he did do it. Right? So Don ain't got the political power. Natasha ain't got the political power. Tabitha was a minister of government. She, at a young plus, she got youth on her side. Don and Natasha already is ripe fruits. They fall off the tree. They're ready to spy. Right? Tabitha's still a little green, getting right. So she, as a front runner, Tabitha understands that none of the other idiots outside of the two that I just mentioned can't get she a run for her money politically. Well, I always say I believe that Leslie Lowe is a politically savvy person. I don't know why she's advising them on probably better strategy, but I've worked with Leslie Lowe, and Leslie Lowe is an intelligent woman. So I don't understand it. I don't know anyway. So Tabitha has already assessed the situation, and she has realized that despite whatever anyone says or does, eventually this wretch gonna get extradited. Right? This wretch can get extradited. Dawn, uninspiring. Natasha is Natasha. All she's doing is bully, she way through, she doesn't show herself, unless she wants one step up so people to beat you up. You understand me? Watch it. Anyway, so Tabitha's plan, in my opinion, is the long game. The APNU ain't got money to buy votes. And they don't like her. So Tabitha realized those votes will go to win, because those are the diehard people who never vote for PPP, no matter what. They can go to win. They prefer vote for win. If I would win, most likely I am going to be a member of parliament, because one, I'm a former government minister. Two, I'll most likely pull some of those supporters from APNU and we're not here. I keep going to CFC. Pull some of those supporters over to win with me. Right? Now, the long game is just wait it out. Eventually, Azadine will be extradited. And who will emerge as the most competent, experienced front runner for the party that has the majority of opposition seats? Not Tabitha. Not Tabitha. But what Tabitha don't realize is you have to take into consideration the Hadia equation. The Mohammeds are not going to leave their political party that they spend a certain money on in the hands of Tabitha. There's a family dynasty they're continuing to build. They jump from criminality into politics. So that is when the whole baby party might break up. Because at the end of the day, Tabitha will be a two-time member of parliament. I think she should be eligible for pension. I think. I can't remember how long it's got to serve to get it. She should get it duty-free. If she get through with the opposition leader, even better. If not, gosh, wait. She was already a minister of government, chief whip for the opposition. Enough accomplishments. She ready to go. She ready to move on. But you see what she made there, right? That was her plan. But she realized that Hadia, who is now becoming more in front of things, might be getting ready to take her spot. Her plan. Or she could lobby the rest of the MPs to vote for she. But we don't know. We gotta see. Guys, I hope to hear. Most likely we're gonna be having the morning light in Linden tomorrow. Right? So you guys vote for that. Again, Lindeners, please be sensible with how you approach this public day. This is in your interest, not in anybody else. Right? The government is coming to you to move your town forward, as they have been doing. Right? That's what they're there for. You have to come out there, see how you can be a part of it, and advance those opportunities. Advance them with arms wide open. Advance them with arms wide open, especially if you are someone who has not received these opportunities before. For those who have benefited, you understand at the end of these public days, Lindeners often find themselves better. Right? Because there's something that is there. Jesus. Y'all driving so wild on these roads. Yeah, there's something that is there that is for the people of Linden. That is for the people of Linden. That will benefit the people of Linden. Right? When that bridge is finished, you could just imagine. When that road to Lethem is finished, you could just imagine. Look at the difference in terms of hosting activities with the Bayrock Stadium. That is there now. Anyway, guys, I gotta get out of here. Y'all have a wonderful rest of the day. Continue to be good Guyanese. And I'll see you here tomorrow, same time, same place. As I usually say before I go, it's all about peace. It's all about love. It's all about one thing.
We are a peaceful people, struggle as we struggle, and we don't look for trouble, just ask around. But when outside faces from foreign places talk about taking over, we ain't backing down. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass. This land is all I know. We're gonna make it somehow. We will bend like a bow, but never break. Our fathers came here, and they lived and died here, and we ain't moving nowhere, make no mistake. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass.
We love the open county of the Rupununi and the Essequibo, daytime or night. Though we may criticize it, this is our home, we love it, and we need to keep it. We have that right.
We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river a peaceful people, struggle as we struggle, and we don't look for trouble, just ask around. But when outside faces from foreign places talk about taking over, we ain't backing down. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass. This land is all I know. We're gonna make it somehow. We will bend like a bow, but never break. Our fathers came here, and they lived and died here, and we ain't moving nowhere, make no mistake. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no trees.